You are blessed, eh? In the name of the Almighty, every time we must be blessed. Challenges, we can put them aside, but His name is greater than all. We should know that by all means and possible. Young men, how are you? Are you good? You have gloves. You ready to fight COVID? What is corona? Okay. Good. How are you? You good? What grade are you?
I'm currently improving my points.
Oh, okay, where? What do you want to become? 10 years?
Sports manager.
Sports manager? What kind of sport? Football?
Just like all the other regions in the country, responded to the COVID-19 by immediately establishing a preparedness and response regional committee. That's why you see all our regional leaders here, starting from the governor, the constituency councillors, some mayors from the different towns in the region. The objective is for all of us to have a coordinated and collaborative approach towards COVID-19. We also established subcommittees. One of the subcommittees deals with sponsorships. It's headed by the governor. It's called the resource mobilization. So together with the honorable councillors and the CRO is responsible for sourcing for assistance from different people. We just want to assure you that your assistance, the knowledge of your assistance will not end here, because we're just coming from a video conference now. Central government wants to know of everyone who contributes to this COVID. The governor has to, in one report, we have to submit to central government to say, in Ochodenjupa, these are the people who contributed and this is what they contributed, and even attach a cost value, because whatever, there's no small contribution. Because government wants to know what the other stakeholders are doing towards responding to COVID. And your gesture is one such that we are witnessing today. So without much further ado, that was just a background information. I have the leadership of the region here who will come and receive but also address. And I would like to hand over the floor now to the regional governor.
Thank you very much, CRO. Before we proceed, we have Eddie Hobeti here and the team. So Eddie, it would be much of an injustice if we proceed without you having a word to say. In terms of a small background, why Omake Charity? Why are you doing what you're doing? And what do you plan in terms of going forward? And what are you saying to those others that you think have to be part and parcel of this process? May you take the floor.
Honorable Governor,
thank you.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to say a few words on behalf of Omake Charity Organization. Let me also at this juncture observe all the protocol and recognize all the leaders here present. Omake Charity Organization was established in 2018. The main aim for our organization was how can we assist the vulnerable people in our communities. So we have decided with a few friends and colleagues that we are going to come together. Hence, we have established the Omake Charity Organization. It was officially launched by the then Minister of Poverty and Eradication, Honorable Stefania Kamieta, in 2018. So over the years, we have been assisting the communities of Ochiwarongo, Kalkfeld, Ocho, and as far as Okakarara. We, however, not only restricted to Ochodenjupa region, as you can see, because we have went as far as Kunene, which is Ocho, which is in Kunene region. So today, our main aim is to give back to those people that are affected by COVID-19. It's a national pandemic. We have realized that we can play our stake, and hence we also approach potential sponsors. One of the sponsors that were willing to hear and give a helping hand is Namibia Diamond Trading Company, NDTC. So they helped us to give food parcels, and we from Omake decided that no, seeing that winter is coming, how can we also further boost this sponsorship? We then decided that we are going to add blankets to the sponsorship. We also decided that we are going to add clothes because many of these affected people do not have income. And as winter is coming, they will get cold, they will have no food. And this is the donation that we have brought here to your office. The reason as to why we have brought it to your office is that we have seen that many of these SME that are affected have been registering their concerns with the regional councillor. So we saw it fit that it's best that there is coordinator here today to ensure that let's give back. And we are really privileged that most of the leadership from the region are here today. So, and I also want to urge other institutions in and around Chiwarongo and the country at large to give back, because what we have today is what we have received from others. So the little that we can share, let's share, and most importantly, let's maintain social distance and wash our hands on a regular basis. I thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Bakera, please.
I would like to take this opportunity really to say thank you for the response that I'm receiving from the Omake charity and some small businesses in the constituency. You know, it's saddening when you are watching the news, people are fighting for food. People are hungry, and people are fighting for food. And we in Ochozonjuba we would not want it to happen in our region. That's why there is efforts being made through the office of the governor that we have put things in place and measures in place, how we are going to make sure that the food or whatever we receive is equitably distributed to the beneficiaries it is intended for. So we have reached out from the office of the constituency councillor, we have reached out to many businesses, many people aggressively looking for food just to distribute to our informal settlement. And one of the respondents to our plight is the Omake charity and other businesses that we have mentioned already. Like Mr. Hobeti have alluded to, we are calling upon every business person in our constituency and in our region to help us fight the disease that we call hunger in our societies. Because it's very saddening, people are fighting for food, people are hungry. And as leaders, as political leaders, it is our mandate to go out and look for food and share it equitably. That's the biggest thing. We don't want the repetition of only certain people benefiting. And we really appreciate what has been happening today. We appreciate the efforts coming from young people in our community that are coming together and say, let's hear and let's answer to the call of the politicians in the region. So I really would like to applaud the efforts made by Omake Charity. I remember when I got the call, I was jumping from joy because I'm so worried about what is happening. I was really, she could attest to that. I was so happy. It's like my prayers have been answered because I'm praying and I'm asking God, how do I solve the issue in the constituency? Because there are so many people in need and there is so little that we can give these many people. So I really would like to thank you and Honorable Governor. We are going to work hard as regional councillors to ensure that Ochozonjuba region is not going to fight for food. Thank you.
Thank you.
Omake.
Very much. First of all, we want to thank the government of the Republic of Namibia, the leadership, in terms of the hands-on approach, aggressive measures that are being employed and put in place to ensure that we curb the spreading of the vicious coronavirus. Secondly, one would also want to thank the government's approach, centrally and regionally, to mitigate any negative impact in terms of socio-economic programs and initiatives that everybody wanted to have in their normal lifestyle at household, community, regional and national level. Measures are being put in place to curb that. And of course, today we had a meeting via teleconferencing in observing the COVID-19 regulations. And the purpose of the meeting was, the whole meeting was headed by the Minister of Urban and Rural Development. And the purpose of the meeting was actually to now roll out, as you might be aware, that the regulations that were implemented and have come into effect midnight was for the re-extension, actually, the extension of the lockdown. And as a result, today's meeting was for us to be given modalities as to how do we reopen the informal and open markets. As you might be aware, the informal and open markets have been highly hit by the lockdown. Brothers and sisters, mothers, aunties, and everybody that we have couldn't trade as normal due to the lockdown. And that was necessary for us to keep the spirit of the disease. However, considering that these very decisions were reviewed and revisited, a new directive was actually issued that said, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Namibia issued a new directive that now ushered in the opening of those very markets. The responsibility was given to the Ministry of Urban and Rural Development to craft modality with various other key stakeholders, which are other ministries. So these modalities were made available, and we had a meeting today, 10 o'clock, in which when we were actually coordinating as to how do we get this up and running and rolling. So we will be communicating to the masses, we will be communicating to the regional inhabitants of the Shozonjupa as far as the modalities are concerned. We had a full-scale meeting today with the regional councillors, the chairperson of the council, local authorities, the CEOs, and everybody. We are working as one. We are working towards a coordinated and cooperated approach in terms of the regional plan for us to ensure that we have a coordinated response as far as Shozonjupa is concerned. We are coming up with what we call a regional response plan for Shozonjupa in terms of us costing and, of course, qualifying as to what do we need as a region. And that will then be shared with the central government for their intervention and possible assistance. A united formation is the ultimate determinant of our victory as far as vicious coronavirus is concerned. And I'm very much grateful of that. May the Almighty replace whatever small gap that is created in your pockets with whatever that is massive. That is the only way we can proceed. I want to thank you very much. And I take it upon that the consignment that we received today, this is a package of 30 households, and that is a composition per package. We are very much grateful of that. And the composition of today's donation is twofold. The NDTC actually participated and they brought in their part. Omake on their side also did their part. Then I understand you have earmarked these commodities for Ochiwarongo and for Kalkfeld. Be rest assured, we have a task force that is responsible for COVID at the regional level. Through that very task force, we are ventilating and, of course, coordinating various issues in terms of us having a cohesion and united front in terms of how do we approach issues. We will take the same through the same process. We will then be deciding as how best we can distribute it to account for every small donation that is given to us. This, be rest assured, will be accounted for. This, be rest assured, we will use it for the meaningful purpose that you have donated it for. Please, we want to take that opportunity, and we are calling upon. The value of your commodities that you gave us today is 5,525,000. This is for the non-dairies alone is 5,559. And for the other is there's a donation of 25,000. 20,000. In total is 25,000. That's a gesture. That's a gesture. We are calling upon all those business people and any other Samaritan, good Samaritan. Let's have a coordinated approach. My office, being the governor's office, is a coordinating arm between central and regional government. And we are here with the Honorable Councillor of the constituency. The chairperson of the council, I must apologize, he have another engagement and he couldn't be with us. We have the CRO here, we have the constituency councillor of Matako, the mayor of the good city of the town of ours of Kakarara. We have the local authority councillors in the name of Kendi, and everybody. It's a formation. We want a coordinated approach. Hence, we are calling upon everybody who is willing and able to approach our offices and do same and donate us so that we can help. We will be having a visitation program that is going to cover all the settlement in the weeks to come. The purpose of that visitation is for us to have an eagle-eyed view of how prepared we are in terms of COVID-19, and that will still be communicated. With those few remarks, I want to take this opportunity to thank you. I want to take this opportunity to say God be with you. God bless you and your team. Please ensure that you knock at our doors whenever Do what you can. We are here and ready to help. Namibia is for all of us. Osholanjipa is all what we have. The CEO of Oshoarongo is also here. He's one of the active young people that have been at the forefront of this COVID-19 fight. We are still working together. And God bless you. God bless Osholanjipa. God bless Namibia. God bless the world.
Omake? Omake?
It's not right to actually talk after the governor.
Yeah,
but
you can say something.
But initially, I did not know that there will be a large presence as it is now. So I have made provision to give key holders of Omake to the governor. Very important.
It's a nice one.
And most importantly, you see that this event is being covered by the media. They always feel left out. Hence, I have made provision also for them.
Please.
So it's for NBC and Nampa. There are three, and here is three.
The men and women behind the camera.
Thank you. Yeah. Key holders for them.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Yeah. There is also a sanitizer in part of our package.
Oh, that's good.
In every box, there is a sanitizer. Yes.
Thank you very much again for Betty. This is stable food is needed. A lot of families are left without food because of they are unable to move. So we are hoping for the best. We are promising that this will be put to good use. Let's do more. We can do more. Our offices are wide open. And our hands are wide open. We are ready to work and coordinate and cooperate with everyone. Let's ensure that we change the region and it becomes the best region that it can be. With your effort, Samaritans like yourself, Osholanjipa will never be the same. We need to work together. We need to ensure that we coordinate and cooperate. Thank you.
Omake?
Omake?
Young man, why are you standing so far? Come.
He's a philanthropist.